The NRA has responded to the shooting that took place at the YouTube campus in San Bruno, California, and they have essentially came up with all sorts of talking points and excuses in order to prevent any real conversation about guns in America. Now, the shooter opened fire and did not luckily kill anyone. 3 people were injured, and then she killed herself with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now, with that said, though, the NRA had an interesting take initially. Now, the first thing that they wanted to talk about was YouTube inviting hatred among themselves or toward themselves because of how they censor people. So Chuck Holton said the following: YouTube making these changes where they're going from being a platform for videos to being a publisher of videos, meaning that they are starting to censor content here and there, whatever, actually opens them up to liability, and it opens them up to a lot of hatred from people around the world. Bottom line is, as it turns out, the shooter was just pretty downright crazy, even by California standards, and that's saying something.
Oh, that's great. Insult people that live in California. By the way, everyone who was shot lived in California. So, but what do you care? I mean, haha, we'll make fun of liberal California as some of them were just shot and all of them were terrified. So, but if you're trying to sell guns, what are you gonna do? I mean, is there any moral center to these folks? And you're gonna turn around and blame YouTube
after they've been victimized, but that's what the NRA does. I mean, they blame the Parkland students and essentially mock them and said all sorts of terrible things about them because they wanted gun control after seeing their friends and their teachers get gunned down. What makes you think that they wouldn't continue victimizing the victims in this case?
It's hubris. They think we own all your politicians. They spent $50 million in the last campaign buying politicians, including Donald Trump. Like, you're not gonna get anything you want. So we'll just rub your face in it. You get gunned down, well, we'll blame it on you. We'll say it was your fault and you had it coming.
So they blamed YouTube in that way. And by the way, they had been pushing this narrative of YouTube's bad, they're censoring people for a while now. YouTube had basically passed a new policy regarding content that would promote the sale of gun and ammunition. Now, previously they wouldn't ban those types of videos, but after the shooting in Parkland, Florida, they had a policy saying we're not gonna allow people to promote the sale of guns. You can still have content on YouTube where you talk about guns. If you wanna talk about gun safety, that's totally fine. If you wanna show the features of a gun that you purchased, that's fine. But we are not gonna allow people to use YouTube as an advertising mechanism to sell guns. Well, of course, that has been completely misconstrued by the NRA, and they keep pushing this narrative that all gun content has been banned on YouTube. That is not the case. Now, here is an example of a video from NRA TV in late March. This was obviously before the shooting. Take a look.
It is no secret the left has an agenda that revolves around censoring speech they don't agree with. YouTube is no different. Last week, townhall.com reported YouTube censoring of firearm safety training videos, banning channels that are run by gun companies, instructors, or even just gun enthusiasts. The NRA's Institute for Legislative Action's executive director, Chris Cox, responded to YouTube censorship saying this, quote, YouTube is now in the business of political posturing and censorship. Millions of Americans watch YouTube videos every day to learn more about the safe and responsible use of firearms. And those videos show law-abiding gun owners participating in lawful behavior. By banning this content, YouTube is engaging in politically motivated censorship and alienating the millions of people who turn to their website for education and training.
So let's actually hear from YouTube and from the New York Times. New York Times reported on this on March 22nd. It would ban videos that promote either the construction or sale of firearms and their accessories. YouTube's quote on this very issue was, while we've long prohibited the sale of firearms, we've recently notified creators of updates where we will be making content promoting the sale or manufacture of firearms and their accessories, specifically items like ammunition, Gatling triggers, and drop-in auto sears. They're banning it, basically, that type of content. And so they're misrepresenting what's actually happening, stroking, anger, tension, fear, all of that stuff.
So, okay, let's go over simple things that the NRA actually knows, but they're doing propaganda. YouTube is a private company, they could do it, or actually part of Google and hence a public company, but they can do anything they want. They're not the government, they're not banning your ability to buy guns. And so if they say, hey, look, I don't want this particular product that kills people, whether it's a cigarette, whether it's a gun or whatever it might be, to have these videos on my outlet. Number one, they have all the right in the world to do that. Okay, then don't use YouTube. Problem solved. So why are you still crying? I guess you think YouTube is so awesome that if you're not on YouTube, you're devastated. Okay, that's a nice ad for YouTube. Number two, how come you don't expect the same of ABC? What a weird standard, right? ABC won't let me run propaganda for gun manufacturers. Yeah, that's right, they won't, okay? And neither will YouTube. Why is YouTube obligated to run your propaganda? Speaking of propaganda, what's NRA TV?
Exactly. By the way, does ABC ban that kind of content?
So, I mean, ABC gets to make decisions about what programs they have on air, right?
Yes.
By definition, they have the ones that they want, and the ones they don't want are not on. But nobody goes around going, ABC censored me because they didn't put my show on, right? Yeah. So it's weird, different rules for YouTube. And finally, NRA TV, if you don't know, is paid for through the donations that gun manufacturers, weapons manufacturers give to the NRA. So it is literally meant as like a kind of a QVC in a sense of gun manufacturers to subtly and sometimes oftentimes not subtly push more guns into the market so that you will buy them and they will make more money.
So to your point on that, they have already used this shooting at the YouTube campus to push for more gun sales. And I'll give you an example. Here's the type of fear mongering that the NRA used in their commentary following the shooting. So Greg Stinchfield said, how did the guy or the gal get inside and where was the weakness? Always there's a weakness that was exploited. Where was the weakness and can it be fixed? Sometimes evil manages to slip through. Those cases are rare. So they're blaming YouTube for not having the proper security measures in place to prevent the shooting or the shooter to gain access into the building. Access control is not security. It can contribute to security, but it is not security. Gun control is not security. The only thing that is security is that cordon of law enforcement that is now parked around YouTube headquarters. And then finally, it's not just Silicon Valley, it's every company across America. Even say it's just a domestic dispute case, some estranged lover wants to kill their lover. This could happen to anyone. You don't know what your cube mate is going through. You could get caught in the middle of things in any time. So that fear mongering, I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. And there's always criticism from extreme gun advocates regarding politicizing a mass shooting or a shooting situation. I mean, what do you think they're doing here? They're politicizing it and exploiting it to sell more guns, to sow fear in communities and convince you, oh no, what you need to do is give up all of your privacy rights, okay? And go to work where you have to walk through metal detectors and have clear backpacks and purses, and then make sure you arm yourself as well.
Yeah, so the idea is, well, anybody can shoot you at any time. Why? Because of you guys. So they say, oh, guns don't kill people, people kill people. That is the dumbest statement in the history of the world. Yes, if you have an ex-lover spat, as the one he alluded to, the person could kill you, your wife or your girlfriend could kill you with her bare hands. She could kill you with a rope or a knife, but it's a lot harder. That's why countries that have gun control have very little deaths, like Japan has only 13 deaths. We, on the other hand, have over 30,000 deaths by gun. Okay, 13 deaths by gun, obviously, in Japan. That's why they have very little mass shootings, because they don't have the guns to do mass shootings with. It's not that we have a crazier population. It's that we arm our entire population, including the people like the deranged person that did that attack on YouTube. And what does the gun manufacturers say? Oh, the answer isn't to take away their guns so they can murder you. The answer is you murder them first with the gun that I sold you. Unsurprising that that would be your answer if you make money selling guns. But for the rest of us, we should go back to sanity. You just watched the video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. TYTnetwork.com/join.